Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I thought I'd just take a break from Lords of the Fallen. I want to go ahead and make a easy guide for y'all. Honestly, Dark Souls so far feels a lot easier than Lords of the Fallen.
Indeed.
But if you're ever just started Dark Souls and you wanted, to get strong really fast, here's a guide on how you can really get powerful and how to build something that synergizes greatly off of everything. Alright, so what you're going to be using is the Shield of Want. That's what we're going to be heading for. That's going to be our shield. Upgrades with Titanite skills. Where's this tie-in? And you're going to be using a Pyromancy, which is going to upgrade with Titanite shards. So you can focus all your Titanite shards on that one. And then you can actually get a Twinkling Titanite weapon maxed all the way out before you hit Aldrich. In order to do that, you're going to need to find a weapon that upgrades with Twinkling Titanites and do not waste them. I'm going to be going to the Pyromancy class. You could actually use a Knight just as well. They both start with 7 luck. I'm going to be basically fine-tuning my stats, so try to get the most out of all my stats. Since I don't use luck hardly at all, I want to keep that as low as possible and focus all my points on other stuff. You'll have an easier time with the Knight class, but if you pick the Pyromancer class, you get a Pyromancy ring, which stops you from having to fight a crab, a large one that is annoying to kill. So doing this, you don't even have to fight it. Now, as far as your starting gifts go, your burial gifts, they can help you either early, mid, to late game. The life ring helps you early on to mid range because having a little bit of extra health is very helpful. If you pick the fire gem, it actually allows you to have upgrade your weapon to a fire weapon, and fire is very potent. It allows you to really destroy beginning to mid game easily, so that's really good to have early on. As for me, I would be going with the rusted gold coin. It greatly increases your item discovery for a short while. It gives you 7 of them, and having these helps you out later on when you're trying to farm specific items. And primarily I'll be farming the mimic hat, which is going to increase my item discovery, my souls gain, and it's just a really good item to have. So rusted golden coin for me for late game returns. Fortune deck greatly increases item discovery for a short while. Yes. And for my appearance, I'm going to go with one of my defaults that I made. And as far as my voice, I'm going with the mature voice. Now, Risen Stallion, male, young, Pyromancy, rusted gold coin. That's what I'm going with. Now, if you pick a Pyromancy class, you might have a little bit of trouble fighting Gundyr. When I was doing some little bit of testing, I actually died with him. But, I also did not adjust my things accordingly. So for me, I want to take my Pyromancy off of my left hand and I want to put it on my right hand. That's one of the mistakes I made the last playthrough. That way, I don't have to switch out my shield and keep my shield out. All I gotta do is switch out my weapon. So I can stay on the offensive and defensive. And that'll make fighting a lot easier. Go and kill these guys. Make sure you pick up your Ashen Estus flask. This allows you to restore your Ashen Estus whenever you're trying to use magic. I had to take that off because I don't want to accidentally use my rusted gold coin early on. Ah, rude. He's just pegging me, ain't he? Alright, make sure all my stuff is good. I have an arrow to the head. Used to be an adventurer once. You're gonna light this bonfire, rest that if you took damage. Now, yes, you can explore, but I'm here to kind of show you how to get power really fast. So I'm going to be focusing on intentional pass. Go ahead and make that jump if you can. It's going to give you a Titanite shard. If you don't get it, that's fine. You can get plenty later on. Kill him. Run past this guy. He's going to shoot an arrow. You're going to dodge it, hopefully. Oh, he gave me a Cleric Candlestick. That's good to have. But if I wanted to heal up a little bit, I got that now. Alright, you're going to go ahead and pull this sword out of his chest. It's going to start the fight. Now I recommend just beating the mess out of him before he stands up. Use up all your stamina. Now let your stamina regenerate a little bit. Hold your shield up, go behind him. 2 hits off, go behind him. 2 more hits off, go behind him. 2 more hits off. 2 is actually really good. Don't get greedy or you get killed. 2 more hits off. Now you just beat him up before he actually stands up. When he jumps in the air like this, switch to your pyromancy and just keep laying on him. Make sure you don't die if you can. Alright, and just like that, you can easily destroy him. Of course, not all fights go that well, so you always got to be paying attention when you're fighting. It gives you 3,000 souls, which is going to be useful. I'm going to start all my stats in Vitality for a while. You want to get your Vitality up to 27. Right now my Vitality is not Vitality. You want to get your Vigor up to 27. Right now it's at 11, so I got a ways to go. But if you can take a hit, you can survive longer. And surviving is important. Now if you pick the Knight class, you do not have ranged attacks yet. However, you can buy a spell. So if you want to play a little bit in a sorcery, would not hurt to get some range. Talk to this guy. Go ahead and get some quests going. It'll actually give you a Farron ring, which allows you to reduce your FP cost when you're using skills. Put your sword down here. I wouldn't recommend resting there just yet, because you don't want to... If you try to access the other worlds, it's going to start put loading screens here. I'm going to wait on that before I put a loading screen on. Now, if you're going to be... If you're the Knight class and you wanted to play with sorcery, you're going to have to actually put some points in intelligence. However, I am going Vigor because I want health. And this has put me from 427 up to 515. Very good to have. Now, if you wanted to get a sorcery, you go talk to her. She sells weapons and all kinds of goodies. She sells a couple of spells. So she sells a soul arrow, which is a basic sorcery. You need 10 intelligence to use it. And doing that, it allows you to... Well, you actually got the Farron dart as well. That only requires 8. But she sells... Let's find it if I could see it. Alright, this is not a catalyst. You need a catalyst. There it is. Sorcerer's Staff. It requires 10 intelligence to wield it. And then you'll be able to have that and this, and you'll be able to cast sorceries from a distance. So that'll give you some ranged abilities if you're a knight. Now, one item you're going to try and get, it's a little tricky to grab, but if you can get it, it's worth it. It's a ring that increases your EXP gain, and this stops you from having to use the $20,000 key to get through that little gate right there. Me personally, you only want to go through here for one ring and one ring only. So you want to jump off this tree. If you do it right... Almost had it. I angled it wrong. There it is. If you angle it right, you can make it. You want to try and get some height so you can make the jump. Alright, you're going to go over here. Now you can actually trade things, and that's where we're going to get one of our Twinkling Titanites. But we'll do that later. As far as getting the ring, you're going to want to come over here. You're going to go down here. If I'm going a little too fast, I do apologize. But now you got the Serpent's Ring. That's going to be your first upgrade you're going to have. This increases your souls from killing things, which is a currency for everything. So yes, that ring is incredibly valuable, especially to have it early on. Now, if you have range, perfect. If you don't, you can cheese this guy. But we're about to get you somebody who's going to give you an Uchi Katana. If you wanted a powerful weapon, here's a worthwhile weapon to grab early on. He's gonna blow him up for a little bit. Yeah, he's kind of hard to kill. Oh, he's being a pain, ain't he? Whatever, just kill him. You can actually cheese him, make him jump off of this if you wanted to. I'd usually just, like, whenever he comes down, I would just, like, stand right over here. Maybe not right here. I would probably stand over, yeah. Over here is the best spot. You just hold your shield up and he'll sometimes walk off the ledge. And if he does that, falls off the ledge, you just got to restart the game. Or reset the game and all the stuff will be up there where you first saw him. It's okay to get hit, that's why I put stuff in vigor. It's going to give me an ember. Embers are good to have, you're going to be using them a lot. Armored bones are also good to have, it allows you to teleport back to a bonfire whenever you need to. Here's another ember. Alright, we're good to go now. You may or may not need all the embers, but having extra embers is always a good thing to have. Now, we are set to continue. Before we do that, I'm going to put more points in vitality. Bigger, I mean.
Farewell, Ashen One.
I'm gonna go down here. I'm gonna activate the next bonfire. Honestly, this is the optimal path, so I would definitely go this way. But you can't really go any other way unless you're trying to farm some stuff. The other way, you can actually farm embers. We kill all them. You can climb down the ladder or drop down here, either one's fine. You're gonna run past this guy. Trying to beat the dragon. Go through here. You're good to go. And then you can go over here. You can go up here. Make sure we avoid all these guys. Open up this. This way, if we die, it no longer matters. Alright, good. We activated him. try to avoid alerting the knight. Knight is a pain, and at this early on, he's definitely tough to deal with. Nobody's chasing you. You can successfully light this bonfire. Get the Titanite shard. Because I didn't start with the longsword, I won't be able to get. I won't be upgrading this weapon for now. But as soon as I get the undead bone shard, I will be going for a strong weapon early on. You can actually fight the mimic to get this item, or you can do like I'm gonna do and keep the mimic asleep and just take your item without being eaten. Vigor's at 17, good. I'm getting a pretty decent amount of health now. Hopefully if you're following the same guide, you're around the same point as me. Well, preferably, hopefully you're higher, but yeah, I'm just here to rush through the game. I'll be getting a shield with 100% physical. It's not the strongest shield, but it's going to do the job. Just gonna go over here, grab the fire bombs. You can actually trade that to Pickle Pea for a Titanite, large Titanite shard. And then a black fire bomb allows you to trade for a even better one, a Titanite chunk. You can actually get 2 Titanite chunks before Eldritch. Eldritch usually the tough one to fight. I wanted to tank that in my face because why block when you can just eat the sword? Alright, this guy you're gonna want to kill. Now you can actually let him transform and get some goodies off of him, but I ain't dealing with that right now. Here, if you wanted to upgrade your weapon or infuse it, this gives you a... I'll tell you what it is in a second since I remember what it was. Okay, a raw gem. It gets rid of scaling on your weapon, but gives it raw strength instead. And when you have no stats with strength or dexterity, having that is actually powerful. But once you start pumping points into your strength and dexterity, it no longer benefits. Early on, perfect have. I'm gonna let this guy come over here. Hopefully he comes. He won't come, okay. We're about to have a battle axe, and that I am looking forward to. Another Titanite shard, the more the merrier. Undead Hunter Charm, you gonna want that? Now we could continue or go back. I think I will go back. So I can show y'all what I'm trying to get y'all. Forgot to grab this item. It's just some souls. Extra souls are good to have, so collect those and spend them as you need. I'm going for a battle axe with a dark gem on it. That dark gem, it's actually potent. Early on, you don't have to worry about it, but when you hit the Lords of the Deacon area, they're kind of immune to dark, so... Well, it's called deep in this game, but basically dark damage. Okay. Let him go a little bit. I don't feel like dealing with him. Yes, you can fight him. Yes, you can beat him. No, I'm not wanting to fight him. Undead Hunter Charm. This is what's going to allow you to grab the items inside without actually being affected by him. So now that he is asleep, you can pick up... Ooh, he gave it to me right away. Heck yeah. Deep Battle Axe. Yeah, this is huge. So I got really lucky. This is what I'm actually going for. This is why I really needed those gold coins, but I got super lucky and he gave it to me early anyways. But now I can use my gold coins for a staff that gives you extra XP. So yeah. But you want to keep that guy asleep because you can actually keep hitting with undead charms, and eventually he'll drop this item you just saw me get. It's gonna be a good playthrough. But yeah, that's one of the items I really wanted to get. It's gonna make farming a lot easier. Because giants, you can actually fight them. And with enough buffs to your EXP gain, each one is worth over 10,000 per kill. 10,000 souls is a lot to have. Alright, how much do I have? 12, I got 12 strength. Alright, we're in good shape. Hit him in the back. So yes, this battle axe we just picked up. It's called the Deep Battle Axe. You got that from the Mimic. And if you pick the class I just started with, you have the stats already to wield it. We're about to go get a shield. This shield is actually very strong. Highly recommend it. Alright, there's that guy sitting in the door. Hopefully you don't get baited by him. If you run past him, you should be alright. Now, you can also get this broadsword if you don't have a sword already. And broadswords are stronger versions of long swords. However, they don't have thrusting attacks. They are all wide range sweepings, which is not good in close quarters. So that's the drawback of that weapon. I do a walk up swinging. Here is the kite shield. This is your first 100% physical shield you're going to get. So honestly, having this early on is extremely good. Now I can block attacks without taking damage. Most attacks at least. Any elemental attacks will still do damage, but physical damage is 0. And me liking. Hopefully I don't wake the other guy up. Alright, let me back up. Bad spot right now. Alright, that dog wasn't supposed to wake up right away, but because it did, we'll just deal with it. You can backstab him, perfect. If you can't, just beat him up. Try to help if you can. Back away when your stamina gets low. That was a Titanite shard. All these barrels, if you're using a fire weapon or hit them with any kind of fire, they do explode for fire damage, so don't be near them when they explode. Here is a cell key. You're going to want that to open up an NPC. Alright, now go down here and it's going to be a fight. I would recommend avoiding the fight. That's a big guy, I'm not ready to deal with him just yet. Now if you're embered up, or not, here's an ember, but if you're embered up, you definitely want to be. No reason not to, since you can just pick up an ember. You can go over here, activate this summon. Now you got a guy that's going to help you. He's basically like a bodyguard. Now we're going to open up a shortcut. Run past this guy. Go up this elevator. Hopefully your NPC dude will start beating everybody up. Don't forget you have him summoned. You can't rest at a bonfire until you get rid of your summon. Go through here. You're gonna get this big guy over here. Beat him up. As long as you manage your stamina, you should be fine. Yeah, this battle axe doesn't work. Now, starting with the northern class, or the basically like the warrior class, you start with this battle axe, and you start with a weaker shield. So now we're basically on par with that northern class. Only difference is we don't have his armor, but that's also armor we're going for, is the northern armor. Ow! I need that guy to walk away. And the other guy to stop shooting me in the back. I would like to lock onto him, but it won't let me. Oh, he's still over there. Alright, well. That guy just kind of casually stayed there. So we're going to push this guy up here. So I want him. I don't like fighting him, but hey, whatever. He ain't bad though. These guys really are after me right now. Use this separation crystal to get rid of your summon. Like I said, you can't go rest at a bonfire until he's gone. Alright, now we're gonna go upgrade our weapon. What better is a battle axe? A battle axe +1 is better. So you got to reinforce weapons and all the Titanite shards you grab. You got 2. You got 4, but you only need 2 to upgrade it. The next upgrade is gonna require 4 though. But yeah, it's gonna put your basic total damage up by 20. 10 being dark and 10 being physical. Now I can grab 2 more if I really wanted to upgrade this weapon, but it's gonna require fighting 2 enemies that I don't feel like dealing with. But yeah, now here's what we got. We got ourselves a shield with 100% block. Got ourselves a battle axe now, and we have a pyromancy tome. We got the Covenant Serpent Ring, which reveals more souls. And yeah, you should have all that. And hopefully next time I'll catch y'all later. Have a great day, y'all.